Palin parent-child interaction therapy approach is an indirect therapy approach for children who stutter who are under the age of 7. It provides a variety of strategies to choose from to fit each individual child's needs. These strategies include slowed parental speech rate and reducing the number of questions asked. The approach involves 6 weeks of weekly 1-hour sessions in the clinic with daily home practice called special time. Following this 6 weeks is an additional 6 weeks of just home practice without the clinic visits. The 5-minute special time is time for the parent to interact with the child one-on-one and practice the strategies that they've identified in therapy. The clinician provides feedback for the strengths and the areas for improvement for the parents based on recordings of the home practice. The home practice can revolve around things such as following the child's lead, matching the child's rate of speech, and monitoring the complexity of the parent's language. Parents are encouraged during Palin to discuss stuttering openly. If the outcomes of the 12-week period are positive and the child has become more fluent, parents are encouraged to continue the home practice with infrequent visits to the clinic, approximately 3 times over the course of the following year, to monitor progress. If the fluency does not improve in children, then Palin provides a good transition into a direct therapy approach to more directly target fluency for preschool children.
I think our main concerns about Sally would be the fact that whenever she's playing and she wants something, she'll say my, over and over. She seems to kind of get stuck on that little word.
Yeah, and then also she'll say, I want, before she says the rest of the sentence.
Yeah, she gets stuck on those things a lot.
Yeah, the other thing is her teachers reported the same thing from her preschool class, that she repeats herself a lot.
Yeah, so it's all the time. It's just getting stuck on those little things, and she can't seem to get the words out.
I want the sheep. You want the sheep? So what about the chicken over there? Do you want the chicken? There's also a duck and a cow. I want the duck. Okay. Here's a little duck.
What does the duck say?
Quack. Quack, 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 quack. What about the horsey? What does a horsey say?
Neigh.
Neigh. Neigh.
She's the farmer.
Right? So is the farmer going all the way over to the sheep and the cow, or does it just stick with the horse?
No. It stays with the horse.
Okay, so some things I noticed while I was observing you guys playing with Sally is you guys are very good at following her lead when she's playing and, paying attention to what she's interested in and what she's talking about. And one thing that was very, very good was you did not interrupt her when she was having a disfluency. So when she was repeating, you let her finish, and that's exactly what you should be doing.
Okay, great.
So some areas for improvement are your rate of speech. You both talk a little bit fast, and that's totally normal when you're talking to an adult, and it can even be normal when you're talking to a child who doesn't stutter. It's just very beneficial for children who stutter to slow down your rate a little bit.
Okay.
You also asked a lot of questions, and that's totally normal. That's normal for how we interact with children, but giving children time to process the question and answer is really important. So ask one question at a time, and then give the child a chance to process the question and answer it before you continue speaking. That can be really helpful as well.
Okay.
And then when it's the two of you together interacting with Sally, make sure to not both speak at the same time. I know that can be hard when it's a bunch of people together trying to play, but just giving her a little bit less language all at once so that she has time to process what's being said, that can be helpful.
Okay,
And
thank you.
I can give you tips for how to decrease the questions. So turning questions into comments can be really helpful. So I saw you saying, what does the cow say? Instead, you can say, oh, the cow says moo. So making a comment rather than a question is one way to decrease the number of questions.
Okay.
Great.
That's
Sounds
great.
good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Sally. While we're having snack time, I'm going to read a story to you, but I'm going to let you pick. Would you like to read the story of Ferdinand or the Someone New?
The story of Ferdinand.
You want to read the story of Ferdinand? Okay. The Story of Ferdinand by Munro Leaf, illustrated by Robert Lawson. Do you know what illustrated means?
Mm-mm.
That means he drew all the pictures inside this book. Once upon a time in Spain, had a tomato.
I don't know.
I think it is a tomato.
I see cheese.
It is cheese, you're right. Here's a piece of bread. You made a cheese sandwich. Yummy. Do you want dessert?
I like ice cream.
You like ice cream? I like ice cream too. How about a pineapple?
No.
No pineapples? Okay. Stir. Good stirring. What are you making?
I'm making soup.
Soup. Wow. I like chicken soup. I wonder what kind of soup you like.
I like my mommy's.
Your mommy's soup. Wow. Okay, so what did you guys notice as you were watching me playing with Sally?
Yeah, one of the things I noticed is you would say, I wonder, instead of asking her a question.
And I actually noticed that you were talking about what she was doing in the moment rather than asking her questions about kind of abstract topics or what she would do next.
Very good. Yes, those are both strategies that we use a lot when we're working with young children. And it's very good that you guys noticed that. It may be helpful for you guys to implement that during the special time that we talked about. So I just want to review with you what you guys are going to be doing at home until next session. So this approach has something called special time at home. So it's 5 minutes of just one-on-one time with your child.
Okay.
So if each of you could do it separately, that would be ideal. So just you, one-on-one with Sally, playing, doing some daily routine. It doesn't matter what the situation is, but you need to not require Sally to talk or do anything. This is about you practicing the strategies that we've discussed here.
Okay.
So during this time, you can talk about your day, talk about Sally's day, you can play with toys, but practice the slow rate of speech, practice not asking too many questions, and just allow Sally to finish her moment of disfluency and say what she's trying to say. You're already very good at that, so just keep that up. And if she does begin to have some awareness of her disfluencies, if she starts talking about how it's hard to talk, we can assess that when she comes back in here, but also don't be afraid to discuss it openly. There's nothing wrong with stuttering, and she needs to know that.
Okay.
So if you just discuss it openly, as if it's totally normal, because for her it is, then that can be really beneficial in helping her have more control over her fluency and be more comfortable with it.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think you cleared things up quite nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you.